And there's a difference between a good breeder and just somebody that breeds dogs. Because somebody that just breeds dogs, they're in it just for the money and they all about the quantity. They just need to push out as many dogs as they can. They're not so concerned with the quality. The good breeders are more focused on the quality than the quantity. So there's a balance that they're trying to strike. So when you think about just a breeder, you can have a person that's breeding 5 to 7 different breeds within their in their yard. So they're not specializing on any dog. They're not really focused on the quality of the dog. They just want to make some money. It's all about the quantity. Although I may not be able to recommend a good breeder to you, I can give you some red flags so you know who not to buy a dog from. When you run to a good breeder, that person will talk your ear off about their dogs. They'll start answering questions that you're not even asking them. They'll start talking about the granddad and what this dog did and what this dog did, and you'll see some passion in their eyes when they're talking. And it's all because they love their dogs, so they can kind of just talk for hours about these dogs. When you think about somebody that's just a breeder, they ain't talking about none of that. They're just trying to see if you want the brown one or the white one. You want the big one or you want the small one, or how much money you got. So you're going to be able to tell somebody that's a good breeder versus somebody that's just selling dogs because of the amount of knowledge and the passion that comes out of their mouth when they're talking. See, one thing you really need to do is learn about the dog that you are looking to purchase. There was a guy that I called a Rottweiler breeder, big time Rottweiler breeder. And I called him. I didn't tell him what my name was, tell him anything. I just told him, hey, I need a dog that I can use for protection work. I might want to compete with this dog in IPO. Just kind of give him the rundown of what I want from a dog. And this man told me, well, all of my dogs do that. All of my dogs do protection. All of them can compete. All of them. And I just I had him on speakerphone, and people in the room just listening. He just lying through his teeth. But because he thought I didn't know anything about dogs, he thought he could just tell me anything. And he had a long waiting list, and he's just going to kind of give me a puppy. So I can't pick my puppy. You're already lying to me, telling me that every puppy does X, Y, and Z. When we all know, well, anybody that has any knowledge in dogs know that just because you have a litter of 10 or 12, all of the dogs won't do the job. They all won't do the work. You know what I mean? And you got to be honest about that. But he told me all of the dogs on his yard can do the work. And he's just lying, you know what I mean? A lot of people will just lie to you just to get your money, and that's why you got to learn about what you want. You have to kind of do the groundwork of just studying the breed. Learn about the breed. Learn about the history. Learn about just the breed standards. Do some AKC work. If it's a breed that is an AKC breed, or you got like bullies, UKC. You got dogs like band dogs, which don't really have registration, so that's going to be a little harder. But your average person probably not going to be looking for a band dog anyway. But there are resources that you can get involved with. You got breed clubs, especially if you're dealing with like a AKC type of dog, you can get into a breed club. I'm not here to validate AKC and everything that they're doing and all of their breed standards. If you're looking for a dog that they hold in their registry, then go to their website and check out the breed clubs. Maybe it might be a breed club near you, and you can go there and meet some of the people and talk about the breed and learn about the breed, and that's where you'll find some breeders. You can also search up some dog shows, and at the dog shows you'll see a variety of that breed that you want. So then you could meet a lot of different breeders. You could see a lot of different variations of that dog that you would like, and you can kind of get an eye for what you want in the breed. And I give an example. I'm a Rottweiler person, and I like big dogs in general. But if I get a big dog, I don't really want a big dog that's just not athletic. I like it to still be athletic. I don't want it to be so big that it makes it lazy, or it makes it more weight on its joints and less athletic. I just like a dog that can do some work, basically. So not only do I like Rottweiler, but I like a certain trait or a certain bloodline of Rottweiler. I like a certain type of Rottweiler. So that's what I mean. You got to learn your breed, and then now you can start to see the variations, and you can choose from what you like. Here's a few things that an ethical breeder would do. They would health test their dogs before breeding their dogs. They'll make sure that the joints are good, that the heart is good. And like I said, overall, they will health test their dogs. Somebody that is not an ethical breeder or not trying to better their bloodline that's in their own yard, they don't care so much about health testing. They don't care so much about joints. They don't care about the longevity of their dog. A good breeder, they care about the longevity of what's on their yard. what they have, and they have a goal as to what they're trying to pursue within the bloodline or within the dogs that they have. Unethical breeder, they don't care about any of those things. Typically, unethical breeders, they don't have any documentation. They don't give you any health certificate for the dog. They just give you the dog. Some of them might give you a little bag of dog food, and I'm gonna holler at you. You go to their house and they got the dogs filthy, got them nasty. The kennels are nasty. It's mud, it's poop everywhere. The dogs stank. You know what I'm saying? Watch out for that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Don't be so anxious to get a puppy that you just willing to get, just buy it from anybody out of any atmosphere. You don't just fall so in love with the puppies when you see them. You got to take a level of emotion out of it. You know what I mean? Because you'll mess around and get home and you got a dog that got parvo. You mess around and get home and the dog die in 24 hours. You have no contract. You have no paperwork with that person. They're not going to give you no money back, no refund. You just got a dead dog. Now you crying and you lost your money at the same time. See, a lot of ethical breeders, they'll give you probably, I would say 48 hours. They will tell you to go to a vet, get this dog checked out within 48 hours. So ethical breeders try to do right by the people. Also, a lot of ethical breeders don't want you to rehome the dog outside of them. Meaning, if you get sick of this dog, you go buy a Doberman and this dog is just barking too much, is too energetic, and you about ready to get rid of this dog. That ethical breeder is going to say, bring that dog back to me. Don't give it to nobody else. Bring it back to me. That breeder wants to know who has my puppy. And they would rather get the dog back themselves than to let it go to somebody who they don't know. So that's another thing. An ethical breeder is kind of funny about who they give their dogs to. They don't want to just give their dogs to anybody. They won't just sell you a dog just because they need to make some money. If you're not the right fit, you're not the right type of person, they're not going to sell you no dog. There is another option outside of breeders that you can go to, because there is a lot of adoption or rescues that have purebred dogs, like boxer rescues or Great Dane rescues. They have purebred dogs, but they're not breeders. Overall, don't be anxious to get a new puppy. Don't buy the first puppy that you see. Take your time, learn about your breed, meet some friends, go to some dog shows, talk to your local trainer. Maybe they know who's a good dog breeder in the area. And if any of you guys know any breeders, especially if they have social media, send this video to them. They can come and tag their kennel name in the comments, and maybe we can bring them on. Maybe we can have a live discussion. We can form a community here where we can have some trusted breeders. Until the next time, God bless. I'll see y'all. Join our community today. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time we drop a new video. And head over and check out our merch as we're constantly updating it. And we'll see you in the next video.